military's got to be the biggest project management, community in the world, right? And, you move thousands of soldiers and you move thousands of pieces of equipment overnight. So talk about how are you seeing project management evolve in the military, in the reserves?
Okay, yeah, we have a process called MDMP, Military Decision Making Process, but from the civilian side is project management. And as we go through different steps, and there's several steps that we go through, I will tell you that as it evolves, the thing is the pandemic has been a really, really great test because we've had to modify, abbreviate processes because of reaction time. The difference back in, I'd say 20 years ago, is that we would have 6 or 7 months to work on something, go over that project management, whiteboard it 4 or 5 times to make sure we're right. We don't have that time anymore because if you look at things, we are dealing with hurricanes, we are dealing with COVID, we are dealing with still having operations going over, and we're still dealing with day-to-day operations and training soldiers. That's a lot to do in a 12-month period that's going on if you have it as a planning cycle. So I think mostly even with companies now, they're working with an abbreviated because most of the companies are having to go to working at home and online. And then as you talk about project management, you're still trying to get the same availability and result when you had everybody in the room working on the whiteboard and they're all in close quarters. Now you don't have that. And Dave, I'm gonna tell you, that's where we're at. That's evolution. Changes are you don't know what location that you're gonna have something happen. And so think about this, instead of normally that we'd have 2 or 3 locations that we could manage, what if you have the whole United States, or you have the whole United States? You have a lot of areas, or 3 or 4 states, let's just say that you have to go and send personnel to help. That is a change. Instead of saying, hey, I'm going to this one country or I'm going to do this, you have to really go through a very quick abbreviated process and then work across everything to try to make sure you get the right people to the right place. So let's move it over to a company. As the companies are evolving right now, they were yesterday making beer, now they're making sanitizer and they're making water. So just think about that. They went through a major project management on the fly to stay relevant, to still bring in income for their companies. I mean, just think about that. And they did that over the last, in like 30 to 60 days.